Guys, they said Kabiyesi was so furious after hearing what the storyteller said about what is happening right now in the palace. And they said after hearing that, Kabiyesi angrily threatened to lay a curse on anyone working against Queen Naomi's ritual. Let me tell you the story I heard. Allegedly, they said this storyteller happens to be people who tell stories of the past, as in things that happens in the past and to the new generation. You know, according to this man, they said many years ago, this thing happened on the throne, on this same throne that Kabiyesi is sitting on. That this thing happened many generations past. That there was a time a young prince got married to a lady, and the lady in question is very sincere and submissive to the husband, you know. Then after that, there is this other maiden, and the maiden came from a notable family, very notable, though they are not royalty, but they are notable, you know, maybe they are wealthy and all of that. So that particular maiden from the notable family started having an affair with the king then. But the king have married his wife officially, and they said he married the wife as a virgin. The wife passed through the 13th rituals, abi 14th ritual that they needed to be done to be officially and legally married to the king and accepted by human and spirit. They said they passed through all those processes before the marriage. Uh-huh. So when this king started dating the maiden from a notable family, they said his wife became so angry because she find out about it. She became so angry that the king started having problems. The reason the king started having problems because the wife was angry is because the wife have been nothing but faithful to the king, submissive, and he married her a virgin and made a promise to her that he will never meet with another woman. So when the wife became angry, the king started having series of problems. So when they go to find out, do some finding out and all of that, they find out that the king is having problem because of the fact that his wife is angry with him. And when they asked the wife now told them that her husband is having an affair with another woman. And when the elders find out about that, they told the king that that is not fair. And they did some rituals. The king stopped seeing that lady outside. And he reunited with his wife. Their marriage became sweet again. And his reign was going smoothly when that lady that the king was dating then gang up with some elders in the palace to frame the wife up, as in the wife of the king. And the reason is because that lady was planted in the life of the king by some elders, but the king did not know. So when they all gang up and framed the queen up, they said the king sent that his wife out of his palace, And when this happened, he went ahead and married the young lady outside, the one from the notable family. Now, that marriage, they say the king married her. After like 1 year, she gave birth. 2 years, she gave birth. Like 3 years in the marriage, she already have 3 kids, as in the one from the notable family. They said 7 years later into that marriage, things were moving fine, no. But 7 years into the marriage, problems from all corners. Before you know it, they say strange illness before that lady. And the one that the king married, as in his first wife, that he sent out because of the frame up, refused to remarry. She refused to marry. Of course, she cannot remarry because of the processes that she passed through with the king before her marriage to the king. They said that kind of 14th ritual, there is no how you pass through that after having anything after leaving the marriage, that you can never get married again according to their culture and tradition. And that is because there is a particular thing that they will put inside you that they call mogun or whatever. That once that is done to you, forget the issue of having going to marry another person. So no matter what you are seeing in your marriage, all you will do is to find a way to fix it just to remain in that marriage. Or maybe if the marriage is life threatening, you can leave the marriage but not coming out to announce it or do anything. Just excuse yourself and return when you think that things are getting better. Because without Mogun, they said the person cannot remarry. And that is what happened to that queen, because she did not marry. After that 7 years, that this one started experiencing strange illness. When they start finding out, going to find out what is happening, it was revealed that the anger of the gods are upon the lady. Even the king is also experiencing some strange things. And that was when they said, they came back and told the woman that if you want to survive, you need to open up. Because the gods are saying that there is something that you need to tell the people. If not, that you're going to buy. And if you buy that 3 kids that you already have, they said the 3 of them were girls anyway, that they are going to buy 2. And if nothing is done about it, that is going to go back to your own family. That is what they said the gods said that made her to be afraid. And they say she started confessing how she framed the other queen up with some elders. And before that thing started, they said some of those elders who are involved, they started joining their ancestors one after the other. You know? So when she confessed, they said that the only way she can recover is by going to get that first queen to come and give her herbs, because they said the lady also is a herbalist. She have the spirit of healing and declare some words before she will regain her strength, before she will recover from the strange sickness. So when they went and begged this other queen and beg, at some point she at first she refused, but when she find out that this person might buy if she did not do anything, because she have a good heart, because some people will say, hey, let her buy now. After all, she sent her out of her matrimonial home, but they said this one went and prayed for her and they give her some herbs. Few weeks into that, she recovered completely. Then when she recovered, they banished her out of the royal house, and they did some rituals to separate her and the king. Then after which, the first queen, they did enough rituals, they did a lot of rituals, and she returned back to the palace. And they said the storyteller told them that these rituals, they carried it out in the palace. Now, when this lady left, her family did not rest because they are desperate. They started trying to use their daughters, because when they throw her out, they leave the children for the king, because the children belongs to the king. So they started using the daughters to come inside and hurt the queen again. Then the gods became angry and tied the lady, as in the one outside from the notable. That is how they tied her and sent strong warning to her family. That was how they stopped fighting the queen, and the queen relaxed in her marriage and started bearing children, and the god blessed her with boys for the king. Now, they said the storyteller told them that this should not repeat itself right now.